It's been a while. Where should we begin? Hello, and here's another Wary with Cary. Although, yeah, I haven't done any kind of video in a while, so it's gonna be interesting. So I was thinking. First of all, I was thinking about. Remember that spinning, jumping clothesline that both Undertaker and X Pac used to do. It was in the video games. It's called like diving, spinning, lariat or something like that. No, wait, X Pac was the one that goes spinny. X Pac goes spinny like a trans girl doing a drift spin. Undertaker just did the flying one. Like, I think they called it Diving Lariat 1, Diving Lariat 2 in the games. I don't know if it ever had an official name. But what was the official name of that, if you know? Comment below. But other than that, how you been? I don't know what's going on. This hair looks weird. Am I growing horns here? I've not made a video in a while. I don't know, kind of not knowing what to talk about. I tried to not just be negative, but there's a lot of negativity, and so I had like some issues recently. I had a anxiety attack about 2 weeks ago now. It wasn't fun. It was really awful, and it scared me. Didn't feel good. It was a really rough day. I don't want to get into the how and the why, but two things I'll say is there's a lot of people I like to thank right now who helped me through that. One being my sister Sora. You've been amazing, incredible. You're always there for me when you can be, and I appreciate that. I'll tell everyone I can be. No matter what, I know you've always got my back. You love me, and I love you too. And my friend Nona, who's amazing and incredible. And uh, these people, I don't know if they'll ever watch this video. I don't even know Nona will watch it, to be honest. But these two really kind of out there. One is Robert, who I talked to that day on Twitter and kind of helped me through it. He's great. I really appreciate that. Robert, I believe, Moxley. I think that's his real name, but that's his Twitter handle. Uh, and Lydia also just reached out to me in the DMs and just told me she was there for me. She understood kind of what I was going through. She kind of explained it perfectly. But two other people, and it's a very scary thing. And I think I've had two of these in my life before this that I can recall. You know, not counting, I had a PTSD episode kind of thing one day, but that was because of something that happened to me that day. That I got mugged at gunpoint, and it was about over a year ago. But I had like three separate incidents, counting the one that just happened of anxiety attacks. I didn't know that's what they were. Didn't know until recently. I looked it up on Google myself to find out. I'm assuming because I could be wrong, but it's what it felt like. You know, the shaking, the trouble breathing, trouble sleeping, just this sense of dread, like just so scary and freaking out. You know, that stuff. Not fun. Two other people I want to thank though that I really appreciate, even though obviously I don't know them personally, but one is John Moxley. This is right after he'd returned from his alcohol rehabilitation, and he had his promo on Dynamite, and that really meant a lot. Watching that, even though I didn't have it, I watched it when I was kind of down. I couldn't sleep, so it really meant a lot to me. Him talking about he's not gonna run from his demons; he's gonna kick the shit out of them now. And that's what I would try to do: kick the shit out of my demons. And also Eddie Kingston. I read this before, but his story from last year about his life growing up and the struggles he went through with anxiety and depression and stuff like that. That also meant a lot to me, you know, because both of these, like Moxley, he's a pretty swole dude, but like they both come to me across from Eddie and Kingston Moxley as two wrestlers who are very kind of common manish, like in the sense of Dusty Rhodes or Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like they're very, you can see those guys like guys like that, they feel very real. Not that wrestling can't be fun with the really outlandish characters too. Of course, like I love Luchasaurus, I love Orange Cassidy, I love the Undertaker, I love Kane at certain points, and like Kevin Vaughan was another one, Sabu. But it's just kind of cool to have characters like that, and when they're being open about themselves, and it becomes part of the character. That really meant a lot to me reading that stuff. And yeah, other than that, I didn't want to bum anybody out. Way to start video, Cary. I actually got a PS3 recently. Yes, a PS3 in 2022, and I have Blu-ray. I'm getting Blu-rays now, which is pretty cool. And this is the one I got today. I ordered. My birthday's coming up soon, and I got this for the birthday present. Clash of Champions. This is a really good set. I think I've seen, excuse me, the DVD before. The Blu-ray is pretty good so far. This is a fantastic Lord Steven Regal match against Zabisco. Superman shirt. Visco, not the Visco. I don't know why I said Visco. Dustin Rhodes, and that's really fun. There's a Hollywood Blondes match. There aren't many of those out there at all. A Mil Mascaras Cactus Jack Manson match. Interesting time there. Sting at the covers. You see Sting and Flair. Let's read the back cover too if you haven't seen it. It's got Jericho and Eddie having a fun little match there. And there's like Eddie DDP. There's just some really fun matches. Ultimo Dragon D Malenko. That. Also, I just watched Ric Flair and Barry Windham First Minute Express. Rest in peace, Bob Eaton. Fantastic match. I loved it. This is amazing stuff. Like Stan Lane also had some great kicks. And Barry Windham had some just a fantastic bumper. Like it's amazing the bumps that dude took. He's kind of like Dolph except bigger. The way he could just he didn't do the flips, but the way he just would fall is crazy. That's why I had the idea of the spinning clothesline. It looked like he kind of did the spinning clothesline. He did the Undertaker variation, the jumping clothesline. What else on my mind? Like I'm kind of running through stuff. Had me some. Never had this before. It was Taco Bueno today. I never tried this restaurant. It's kind of new. I know they've been around. I thought that was a joke on like a Taco Bell style name in Beavis and Butthead. They used to talk about Taco Bueno sometimes. I didn't know that that was actually a real place. It is, and their queso is pretty good. I ordered the queso, like the chips, queso, nachos, and a taco. The taco is kind of lacking because they don't put a lot of cheese in it, and not that much meat. Like it's like the meat is on the bottom of the taco, and there's a lot of shell. Like compared to other places that kind of pack the meat in there, but it's a long taco. It's a longer taco than most places, shell wise. But I didn't like the taste all that much. I mean, it kind of tastes a little off. I don't know what that was. It's like kind of weird, kind of. I don't know. It didn't hit the way it was supposed to hit. The queso was fantastic. I've had bitter queso, but it's a pretty good queso for like a free something, 349 with the dip, like a large. And the nachos, they're just kind of like okay. They were fine. They put. I wish we would have put more queso on it. They had like regular cheese and queso, as well as like beef and stuff. Like it was fine. It was a meal I ordered, and it was it was okay. I don't know. Don't know if I'm gonna go there anytime soon, but it was pretty good. What am I review, bro? Now I'm just reviewing food. Got anything else to say? You look like you got something to say, do you? I'm just gonna start naming reviews of everything I've been watching lately. Well, I watched a lot of movies lately. I really did. A lot of movies. I watched 4 in one day at one point with my friend Carlos. I didn't watch them alone. I don't know if I could do that. I would like to, but I probably wouldn't have the stamina. I think when I'm around other people, I kind of can feed off their energy. But when I'm alone, I'm just like drained pretty fast. It sucks. But I watched. I watched. What did I even fucking watch? Eraser was one, which is an Arnold Schwarzenegger joint. Pretty fun little movie that it's a kind of really good action-packed Arnold. It's like a kind of a sub-Commando. Commando's better, but it is in the vein of Commando, kind of a similar story where he's on the run with Vanessa Williams' character named Lee, and he's like John Kruger, the Eraser, and they're trying to like keep these. They have these crazy weapons too. They're like magnetic weapons. It's a really weird movie. I'd recommend it if you want a fun action flick, just to kind of kill a good. It's like 2 hours long. It ain't too bad. I think it came out in like '96. Pretty good though. Like 20 years ago. Yeah, it's pretty good. 30 years ago. Holy shit. Like a few years ago, 30 years. I don't think it's 30 years yet. Still, long time. Then I had a movie. It was an indie film called Blue Ruin. And it's a kind of hard to explain. It's about, if you watch a trailer, you might kind of get what's going for. You probably wouldn't know any of the actors in it, other than the actor. One of the actors is the character that played Buzz McAllister in Home Alone, Kevin's bully and brother. But anyway, it's basically about a homeless man who he gets told by a police officer. There's a newspaper report that she gives him that the man who murdered his parents is getting out of prison soon. And he's going to go back to his hometown after this. I can't really tell you more, but I will tell you it's a really good movie. It's got some pretty decent twist in it. Like it's not too twisty, but the stuff that happens, you probably can kind of predict some of it, especially the way it ends, probably. But like, it's a really fun movie, and it's like a very quiet movie. Like it's like there's really good music in it sometimes, but like there's scenes that are just so quiet, and it's kind of like a tension thing when it's really quiet. You know something's about to happen. Something's about to go down. It's about to be crazy, and you're sitting there kind of just say like, oh, what's good? What's going on, man? So yeah, I would recommend that one. What else did I watch? Fuck's sake, Cary, your brain went blue blue. Ooh, didn't I watch? Maybe I look at my letterbox. I do have a letterbox. Letter is it letterbox or letterboxed? I don't know. In fact, I'll say my letterbox here since I don't even remember today. Oh, Cary H. If you yeah, it's Cary H. letterboxed, and it's a. Come on, you shit over, bitch. Yeah, I might Twitter handle it too. Okay. One was this movie called Dracula, A.D. 1922. It's a Christopher Lee Dracula movie, and it's like 90 minutes long. It's like they're in London in the 70s. It's kind of fun. It has moments. I didn't think it was particularly that good, but it's okay. I didn't think there was enough Dracula in it. I think the stuff they did nail the atmosphere pretty good. It's pretty good music. Characters are interesting. The women, the guy's pretty hot. But like I don't know, just felt like I needed more Dracula. Just felt like he kind of just would show up every once in a while, kind of do like kill somebody and then kind of leave or try threaten to kill somebody. Yeah, it's fun. There's probably better Christopher Lee Dracula movies because he made a lot of them. Cat's Eye, that is the one. I would recommend Blue Run out at least four mostly, but Cat's Eye would also. This is the one that's based off three Stephen King stories, and they're all connected. Never mind that crap. That's an ad. I can skip it out with you right now. They're connected by a cat that basically goes from story to story. It's a Cat's Eye. And I think they said the story in the movie was the third one was the original story. So let me try to. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I'll give you a brief overview of each story. The first story is called Quitters Inc. Has James Woods trying to quit smoking, and these people he goes to have very unorthodox methods. Let's just say, gabagoo. You know what I'm trying. And number two, it's connected to part one too, but I won't tell you how. Is the story of this guy. From the guy who was in Airplane. You ever seen Airplane? Fantastic movie. Love that comedy. Gold. Gold, Jerry. Gold. Gold, Jeff. Gold. Reference to a word meme that Sora probably will only get, I think. So it's called The Ledge. Then Robert Hayes, the guy from Airplane, he's trying to leave town with the mob boss's daughter. Oh, not daughter, wife. My bad. That was all me. And he gets busted on the way out. And I think I kind of spoil this one a little bit because it's the whole premise. But, it's like 5 minutes into this happens. So basically, the mob guys planting drugs in his car. They give him an option. They can call the cops. He has 5 minutes aside. They can call the cops. First option, and he's gonna go to prison for having drugs. And I assume like the woman he loves that he's in her out of town. She probably will be killed once they find her because eventually they'll find her. Number two, he tells them where she is. They take the drugs out of his car, and I guess he just pieces out. But he will have betrayed the woman he loves, probably to her death. Number three, the third option, the one that we have for the story. If he can walk around the ledge of a building, of a skyscraper, like the ledge, he will get to leave. The story goes on like, he gets to leave, they take the drugs out of his car, they give him some money, and he's free to leave town. So, there you go, and he goes for that option. And of course, there's some twists along the way. Number three is my favorite story of this bunch, and the only one that doesn't really have any mafia ties. Yeah, kind of mouth spoil, I guess, for the first part there. But anyway, not really, though. Number three is a story where it's... Okay. The cat now finds a home with a young Drew Barrymore, and she's tormented at night by this creature that never gets a name. He's a little bitty fella with a spear and some sharp teeth and sharp claws, but he's basically a troll. He comes out of the walls, and basically the cat has to fight the troll. It's a really good little story. It's fun. And it has its creepy moments, has its heartwarming moments. I think that was probably the best one. The cat, and then probably the signature cat's eye. And really fun movie though. I like movies that have multiple stories like that. I think they call them anthology style. That's cool. And hmm. I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of ran out of drinks. I'm getting tired. Maybe this is gonna help me sleep because I am very tired. Anyway, I feel like I was gonna talk about some things that were bothering me negative wise, but like I don't know. I don't know if it really accomplishes anything. I'm just one man's opinion. It is what it is, but like, I will say though that just briefly that it's pretty disgusting. It's just in general on a daily basis to live in a country that will lock up people for using marijuana. I don't smoke myself, but for using it recreationally, even for like a little ounce of weed, they'll lock you up. But the motherfucking rich, corrupt, douchebag, piece of fucking garbage ex president can literally try to steal an election as well as incite an insurrection. And we have documented proof that that's exactly what fucking happened. And yet, this motherfucker's going on tour like he's some fucking rock star. Like, that's just one little. Like, there's all like shit like the senator fucking Ted Luz, that piece of dog shit, was saying the other day, it was like, what was it? He was disappointed that Joe Biden appointed a black person to the Supreme Court justice or something like that. I don't know the exact detail, but yeah, fuck that racist asshole. I said I was gonna do it, and I just ran out two fuckheads. Yeah, well, fuck them both, man. It's disgusting. These guys are allowed to have power and go on fucking tours. Like, maybe I'm naive, but like, I would have thought, like, there are like celebrities who could say like something not even close to what Ted Cruz said, and they would be fired. They would have like be blacklisted for a while from their career. This motherfucker just gonna make more money, and he's terrible at his job already. Like, and then don't smirk, Greg Abbott. You suck too, you piece of dog shit. You fucking next time Ted Cruz, if we have another winter storm, and I really hope we fucking don't, but it looks like we are, and I'm dreading that shit. If we do, and Ted Cruz runs to Mexico again, I hope he takes that piece of dog shit Greg Abbott with him, because fuck them both, man. They're fucking both useless. They're about as useful as two toes on one foot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I mean, man? Man, that's that is not cool. But you know what? Best theme Nunzio ever had. Best theme that he ever had was definitely Well Enough Alone by Chevelle, which he used in the George Hackenschmidt Wrestling Federation in 1905 when he wrestled the Lion himself, George Hackenschmidt III, and Nunzio beat him in 3 hours by hitting him with the Gabagoo Amba. You know, I was there. I was the referee. Sora, I know you were there. You were covering that event. So I was saying that was best theme. I don't even know how Nunzio was able to get a song that wouldn't be written for another 100 years out and have that as his theme, or how he even played it since they didn't even have any kind of stereo system in that Coliseum that day. But it happened, and you can believe me because I never tell lies, and even when I lie, I tell the truth. Anyway, that's all I got to say for this thing, and have a great day. Hope your 2022 has been pretty good so far. I think I said that the last food review, but yeah, whatever. Fuck it, we're doing it live. We're doing it national. We going national. All right. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Have a great week. And bye.